Hello, magical people. Welcome to our monthly meditation series with Jens and myself. And today we are here during the winter solstice portal for a very special winter solstice meditation. So thank you all so much for joining us. I love the energy of the winter solstice and this time of year. And we are here with my husband, Jens, the one and only. Jens, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I'm good. It's we're pretty close to the winter solstice. Actually, it's like, what was it you said, Meg, before we started? It was
It's going to be exact solstice time at, let me check the chart, 4:20 a.m. Eastern, which is going to be 10:20 for us here in Belgium, GMT +2 time zone.
it's like 10 hours away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not that far. We're right in the solstice portal. So thank you guys so much for joining us, whether you're our live crew watching live or you're watching the replay. We're wishing you a very, very happy winter solstice or summer solstice if you are in the Southern Hemisphere. So we're going to be talking a little bit about the solstice, and then Jens is going to guide us through a beautiful, relaxing, magical winter solstice meditation. And then we will talk afterwards. If there's any questions, you guys can ask questions about the solstice or this time of year or anything that comes up. We'll take a few questions after. So before we get into it, please remember everybody to like, share, and subscribe to the Beyond Mystic YouTube and Rumble channels. And we appreciate your support so much. We have been getting some comments lately that people have been getting unsubscribed without pressing unsubscribe from the technical overlord. So just make sure you're subscribed over there. And Jens and I both have personal sessions available on Beyond Mystic consultations. Jens has his wake-up calls and energy healing sessions, and I have my personal astrology readings. So you can go book in for 2025 at the link in the description box below. And also very special from now until December 22nd. When is December 22nd? Sunday midnight, I think. No. 12 a.m. at the end of Sunday will be the end of this holiday promo. 50% off everything on the Beyond Mystic Academy. All my astrology courses, Jens's meditation, live meditations, his meditation series, and the Empath course as well. So you can use code HOLIDAY50 to get 10% off. And you did some amazing, I call Jens Jensi. Do you mind if I call you Jensi while we're doing this?
No problem.
Because we're husband and wife. So it's a little bit weird for us to be calling each other like our technical names. You did some really great courses this past year, and you got amazing feedback on them. The Empath course, your first 30-day meditation. Can you talk a little bit about the Empath course that's 50% off right now on the Academy for those who may not know what the Empath course is all about?
Yeah, it's really something, I put my heart and soul into, because I do want to help people with, their energetic or spiritual sensitivity. Because in the beginning of my journey, I really struggled with that. And I learned a thing or two on the way, on this 20-year journey of being, like consciously walking the path of an empath. And, it's a steal right now for $100 only. So if you're a spiritually sensitive person, I really recommend it, because this is information I wish I had when I started out, because I put it all together. If you're especially, if you can, a lot of empaths, can feel auras, can feel energies, or spiritually sensitive. I really recommend it. There's a lot of information, and it will, last you for years to come, because there's a lot of techniques, a lot of things you can keep using time and time again. There's a book that comes with it, contains 10 hours of video. So I really recommend it if you're an empath.
Yeah, it's, I think, very important for these times that we're in, and especially going into 2025, where there are going to be very beautiful energies and astrological transits, but also some big challenges where our balance, boundaries, and beingness is going to be very important. So you guys can go check out that Empath course on the beyondmystic.academy. 50% off. It's usually $199, but you can get 50% off from now until December 22nd. And I wanted to ask you, Jensi, even though you're my husband, sometimes we don't ask particular questions because we're around each other all the time. We're living together as husband and wife. How do you do it? You are a meditation teacher and facilitator and energy healer, but you're also a badass truther and freedom fighter and full-time conspiracy theorist. And Jens is always, on his Expanding Consciousness shows every week on Beyond Mystic and his personal YouTube and Facebook and channels. You are always doing these posts. You are always putting the content out on what's really going on in the world. How does that not get to you? How do you keep such a positive energy as an empath, as a highly sensitive empath, but also being a truther? What tips would you give to our friends out there?
Well, first of all, is, connect with the light, do meditations. I try to do them every day. Of course, sometimes life happens and life's busy and we can't do it every day, but I try to do it as much as I can, is to connect with the light and to not, take it with a certain lightness. And that sounds maybe weird because some subjects are really grave, and I understand the gravity of some subjects, because some subjects are really heavy and not nice and need to be talked about too.
Mm-hmm.
But creating some kind of knowing when to stop, that's really important too. So keeping a certain distance from it, don't get too emotionally involved, maybe, which is sometimes hard, which I see a lot with people who are just waking up, is you become very emotionally involved. You learn about all the dark stuff that goes on, and you become very emotionally involved, which it is good. And with experience, because I've been doing this, researching about this for 20 years, it comes like a bit of that emotional distance, not in the sense that you don't care, but in the sense that it is there, the dark, but the light is also there. So it's really important to really connect with the light and connect with positivism and have a positive outlook, because some people that are into conspiracy are really into the doom and gloom a little bit, like the world's going to go to hell, and that's not good for you. Because we don't see, the thing is, work on your own positivity, because we don't see life as it is, we see life as we think it is. So if you think negatively, or if you have a negative attitude, you're going to be drawn to the negativity also in the conspiracy world. Like, the doom and gloom, the world's going to end, we're all effed and stuff like that. So really, focus on that positive. That's what I would say. And, laugh and take regular breaks, and know when your limit is reached, concerning conspiracy information.
Yeah, I think that's such good advice. And can you hear Ocean meowing in the background? Ocean is agreeing with
yes.
you. Our kitty is here. Do you want to come say hi, Ocean? You want to say hi to everybody? Yeah, he does. I'm going to pick him up.
Yeah.
Yay, happy solstice. And he's saying hello to Tamara, who's here in the live chat, our soul sister. Hello, Tamara. And hello to everyone out there. And it's important for us to be in the fun, the positive vibrations, while also, being aware of all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world. Deb Sir says, Ocean sounded like a baby. Yeah, he is. He can be a little baby. He's a Siamese tabby. So winter solstice, this is one of our sacred, points in the natural calendar of the solstices and the equinoxes that actually has a very high energy. And it's one of the most powerful times to do meditations. How do you feel, Jens? You meditate almost every single day, facilitate meditations. Do you notice any difference around the solstices and the equinoxes when you do meditations or when you're facilitating some kind of spiritual practice or meditation? Do you notice the shift in energy?
Yeah, I feel like it's less dense in a way. Mm-hmm. It's like the energy is elevated a little bit. It's subtle, it's a subtle difference. It's different than, like, for example, with a full moon. With a full moon, you also feel the energy, but the moon has more of a kind of I would say more mystical energy. Like the moon reflects the light of the sun. It doesn't have its own energy source. Like a full moon is a little bit more, I wouldn't say dark, but it has more that shadowy vibe to it, like, the moon vibe. Mm-hmm. Whereas a solstice energy is more like, it's more about, the sun, I feel. So I feel, even when it's in the middle of the night, I feel like the energies are really like a little bit amplified and a little bit elevated during a solstice.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely feel that too. And let us know in the comments, everybody, if you feel like it, how you feel around the solstice, what you're feeling around this particular solstice. What does the winter solstice in general mean to you this time of year, the darkest time of the year in the Northern Hemisphere?
Well, as they say, it's the shortest day. It's the darkest time, so it's the time when the nights are the longest, and it's a time, more for introspection. Cozying up in the living room next to your stove or the Christmas tree, with your kitties or your dogs on your lap or whatever pets you have. It's a time to go more inward, and it's a time, compared to the summer where the days are long. We're naturally more drawn to the outside. It's colder now, at least in the Western hemispheres. Those of you lucky enough to live in warm climates, it's a little bit different, but still. So yeah, it's a time for more introspection, more healing work, I would say.
Mm.
um, Personal healing work. It's hard. I noticed that it's harder in the summer to do like deep healing work. It can happen, of course, but it's different because you're more in that summery vibe, that extrovert vibe. It's for me, this winter has more of an introvert energy to it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely resonate with what you're saying. Tim says the energy comes through the screen when Jens does his meditations. I totally agree. And I'm so excited for what you have in store for us for today's winter solstice meditation. For me, the winter solstice, very much with what you just said, it's about rest, recuperation. Winter in the northern hemisphere, because we're living in the northern hemisphere, we're doing it the northern hemisphere way for all our northern people out there. And it's very much about hibernation and the need for rest. And yes, we love to have fun and be out in the world doing things, but it is important for us to have, at times, deep rest and hibernation. And Jens definitely sees, because we live with each other, that I can sleep a lot and I tend to work very late doing some of the live shows, usually going to bed at like between 2 and 4 a.m. And lately I've been having a really hard time waking up in the morning, and I literally feel like a bear hibernating when Yenzi tries to wake me up in the morning. I just don't want to get out of the bed. I feel like a bear. And I feel like even though it's important to, wake up in the morning and be in alignment with the natural rhythms, I'm also honoring my body, because at this time of year, I feel the need for like really deep rest, prolonged sleep, to go into the dream time. Winter solstice is also about the dream time, meditation, cleansing, healing, even shadow work. It's normal, you guys, if you feel like shadow work or certain challenges coming up for you at this time, because as nature takes that sacred pause and we're more inside, it gives us space, like Jens was saying, to work on ourselves. So we've got Jill and Steve here. Hello, Jill and Steve. We love you so much and we miss you. It's also with the solstice the time where the light starts to return. The days start to get longer. So as it is the darkest night, the light returns, and that's something very positive to look forward to. White Rose says, time to prepare for spring and new life renewal. Totally. Oh my God. Tim says, Meg Moon Bear. Maybe I should change my name. New spirit name. And isn't it so cool how we've been, Jens is a Sagittarius stellium, Sagittarius man. I hope you don't mind me saying that. Bunch of planets in Sagittarius, and I have a lot of Sagittarius in my chart. And sometimes we like to host spiritual retreats throughout the year. We've been to many sacred sites together and separately. And isn't it so interesting that so many of the sacred sites that we've been to all around the world, like Stonehenge here in the picture, they align with the solstices and the equinoxes. Before we get into the meditation, which we will in a couple of minutes, you guys, I just want to see kind of Jens's take on, what do you think that's all about? Why do you think that so many sacred sites are aligned with the solstices and the equinoxes? What's the significance of that?
Yeah, I think it's obvious that, the older societies, before our modern society stepped in, or even before, the Roman Empire came in, which was, the start of really the Western civilization, kind of. Before you had like Egypt and Babylonia, which was totally different. And all these older societies were really much more in tune with the natural rhythms of nature, and they celebrated nature because nature was their god, actually. And then the Romans came in, and the Roman Catholic Church came in, and they messed with our calendar. And I'm sure Meg could say a lot about that, about how the Gregorian calendar actually messes with our natural rhythms, and it's displaced from the natural rhythm of life. Like we feel the real New Year should be actually December 21st. and they displaced it. So yeah, it's just because they had it. It's basically their form of churches that we have now all over the world, especially in Europe. But it was their form of churches, and it was way more natural and way more in tune with the natural energies and rhythms of life and the seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. And White Rose says, check out New Hampshire's Stonehenge. White Rose, I've actually visited New Hampshire Stonehenge, which is also called America's Stonehenge, and it's super cool. That's one of the lesser known sacred sites that you guys, if you're ever in the area, definitely go check that one out. Oh my God, Ocean is like putting his nails in my leg. Okay, calm down. So let's get into our meditation. How would you like us to get prepared and started for it?
Yeah, we'll just, start like always, like the last times. We just close our eyes. And, so just listen to my voice. I'm just going to be sitting here with my eyes closed. And, the main theme of the meditation. So before we start, let me do a little introduction. The main theme of the meditation is going to be love and peace. Because, Christmas is all about love and peace. Because it's the time of the year that they really, all these Christmas movies are about love and peace and joy. There's this amazing Christmas movie that we watch each year. And what is the name? I forget this old movie. Your camera's off. I can't hear you. Your mic is off.
Oh, sorry. It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. That was the one I was looking for. Yeah. So they're very those feel good movies. So we're gonna make it a feel good meditation, a meditation about love and peace. And I was reminded of in the First World War, and I'm sure a lot of people heard this story. They were always fighting. But only with Christmas they did like 3 days of standstill, and then the Germans and the others on the front lines in Belgium, because the front line was in Belgium, close where we live. They stopped fighting, and they actually came out of their trenches and made food with each other and had fun with each other. And then 3 days later, when Christmas time was over, they started shooting at each other again, which shows the insanity. We can do 3 days of peace during Christmas, but then the other times were war. So so that's what Christmas is about, is that peace. And we cannot only do that peace for 3 days, but we should do it, of course, the whole year round. But during the summer solstice, the winter solstice, it's a very important time to really with these heightened energies and the natural portals that are more open. So let's make this focus on love and peace, that will carry us through this new year of 2025. So let's get started. Let's just close our eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, we're going to do some relaxation before we enter into the meditation, because meditation works best when you are in a relaxed state of mind, when those brain waves calm down. Maybe some of you just came home from work. Your brain waves are still very active. We have the different alpha, theta brain waves, and we want to get into a slower brainwave, a more coherent brainwave. And we do this not by trying too hard, but just by focusing on our breathing. So just close your eyes and start breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth in a regular rhythm, not too fast, not too slow. In through your nose and out through your mouth from the beginning. Later in the meditation, we will switch to nose only or mouth only, whatever you want. But for now, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And let's focus on that cycle of breathing for just a few moments. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out, and feel that breath going into your body. And make sure you're breathing into your belly a little bit. Make sure your breathing is not shallow. Because when we breathe only into our chest, we're breathing shallow. But we want to breathe also into our belly. So make sure, check your breathing. Don't overforce it. Don't try to really overforce it into your belly, but just make sure it's evenly balanced out. You're also breathing with your belly and your diaphragm. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And just focus on your breathing and try not to think too much. If you feel thoughts coming up, if you're starting to think about what you're going to have for dinner in a bit, for those of you who are on the time zone of the evening, not for us because it's the middle of the night here. If you start to feel your thoughts going stray, just gently focus back onto your breathing. Be conscious of your thoughts, just observe them. And if you start to get lost in thoughts, remind yourself to refocus on your breathing. And let's enjoy the silence. Let's enjoy the peace. Let's do this for like 30 seconds. I'm gonna not say anything for like 30 seconds, and let's just 30 seconds to a minute, and let's just focus on the breathing and keep your focus. And if you find your thoughts getting astray, refocus on that cyclic breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's do this for just a minute and enjoy the silence and enjoy the peace. All right, keep your focus. Now you can stop breathing into your nose and out through your mouth, and you can just comfortably breathe into your nose or through your mouth or whatever you prefer. You can also keep breathing into your nose and through your mouth if you like that. Just make it comfortable for yourself, whatever feels comfortable for you. And we're going to focus, because we're in the winter solstice, a special configuration of the earth in relationship to the sun. And everything in the universe is in cycles. You've got the cycles of the earth around the sun. You also have the greater cycles of the solar system of the sun through the Milky Way galaxy. So we're going to vision, and the sun is connected, the earth is connected to the sun, and the sun is connected to other stars and to the great central sun, they call it, of the Milky Way. And it's the great central sun is actually, a black hole that provides a very important function for the Milky Way galaxy that holds everything in space. Black holes are positive, they are not negative, like some scientists say. So imagine a stream of light coming from that great galactic center of our Milky Way. A stream of light, a stream of love, a stream of peace. And imagine that stream going to our sun, coming into our sun, that stream of light, that stream of love. And then imagine going it from the sun to the earth, coming down on you, shining down on you, and feel that coming in from above, that stream of light and love and peace emanating from the center of the Milky Way through the sun onto the earth, on yourself. And feel that energy of love and peace coming in. Because this is the truth of our universe. Discord is created by people or beings who don't want peace. But the truth of the universe is peace, its flow, its cycles. And feel that energy coming into the crown, into your body, filling your whole body. And you can assist it with your breathing. With each in-breath that you're making, feel this light coming into your body more strongly, filling you with love, with peace, with light. Filling your whole body, illuminating your body, bringing new energy in this special time, in this time of heightened sensitivity, of heightened access to these higher frequencies. And feel that energy penetrating every cell of your body, bringing you new information, new light, new frequencies that are aligned with the natural rhythms of the universe. Feel this light flowing into your body. Feel the flow coming from the great center of the Milky Way, through the sun, and into your body. And we're going to place our hands over our heart chakra. So just place your both hands over your heart chakra. And keep this flow of light going that comes from the galactic center of the universe, of the Milky Way. And breathe love into your heart. With each in-breath, think love. And feel that love in your heart. In this time of, Christmas, Christ was all about love. Feel that love in your heart. Dare to feel it. While you are getting supported by the energies that is flowing constantly from the Milky Way center. Feel that love in your heart. And now we're going to add peace. Breathe in and think peace. Breathe in peace into your heart. Peace is a tranquil energy, a calm energy, a balanced energy. Let's focus on peace for a moment. Peace is the place where all conflict ends, where all desires end, where you're just content and happy to be now in this moment, when you don't need anything, but you're at peace with what is. Because we all have wants, we all have needs. Let them go for a moment. Now let's bring light into our hearts. Breathe in and think light and feel that light that's raining down on you. Feel it going into your heart, adding energy to the love and peace that is already in your heart. And now we're going to give something back to the earth, to our surroundings. Feel that love and peace that is in your heart. Love, peace, and light. And feel that light pouring into the earth and in your surroundings. That light that is coming down from the Milky Way galaxy through the sun. And feel that light just like water flowing over your house, over your neighborhood, like a soft, loving, peaceful light that is spreading. Feel it going into your city where you live, and extending further and further into the region where you live, into the country where you live, joining the light of other people that are celebrating this moment. And there's people all over the world celebrating this, doing their own thing. Awake people, people with a loving and open heart, celebrating the winter solstice, reconnecting with those times that we were not in our modern society, then we were in flow with the natural rhythms. You feel a light spreading all over the world. extending all over the world and encompassing the whole earth in this love and light. Okay, you can put your hands down now as we're slowly going to come out of this meditation. And make a wish. You know, it's winter solstice. Make a wish based on love and peace. You can wish for peace on earth, you can wish for love on earth, or you can wish for something totally different. And now we're slowly going to come out of this meditation. Just focus on your breathing. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your body on the chair, wherever you're sitting, on the pillow. Feel your hands on your legs or wherever they are. Feel your shoulders. Bring your awareness behind your eyes. Feel your awareness behind your eyes. Take in a few deep breaths, like 3 deep breaths. And breathe out like, make a sound, and do this three times. And whenever you are ready, slowly open your eyes, and you can stretch a little bit. You know, stretch your arms, stretch your hands, massage your legs as you are slowly opening your eyes and coming out of this meditation. You know, try to keep that feeling of peace. Even think about it, you know, in the coming day. Try to keep that feeling of peace. The more you practice it, the better it is. It's good to practice it also, you know, like the Buddhists do. Practice mindfulness, you know, outside of your meditation too. You know, I once met a man, and he said, I don't meditate. He said, my whole day is a meditation. I thought that was quite funny. So yeah, so that's it. So thank you everybody for joining in this. You know, it really matters if we do this, you know, as a collective. You know, we're doing, this is humanity doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know, connecting with this and connecting with the light and with like-minded people.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for guiding us through that beautiful meditation. And I always feel very relaxed. It's funny because we have to host the meditation online and we're doing it ourselves. And I always feel very relaxed. Belinda says, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. Parlay says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you for a wonderful year of sweetness, generosity, and wisdom. Thank you all for being you out there. And I think we should all be very grateful at this solstice time, very proud of ourselves as well at the solstice time for our inner strength, for how far we've come, especially in these past few years. And we have been through quite a bit of darkness, and we are stepping into a lot of beautiful, beautiful light in the times to come. So we have a lot to be grateful for. Thank you all so much for joining us, whether you're joining live or the replay. And Jens, can you talk about some of the things that you might be offering in the new year, Gregorian New Year, around meditation? Can you mention anything or no?
Yes, there's going to be 2 new meditations. One launched in January, one launched in February. There's going to be a Christ consciousness meditation, you know, that you can listen over and over again, you know, with background music or without background music. And then in February, there's going to be an inner child meditation that's also going to be launched. And then later in the year, I'm going to also do live meditations, you know, where people can really ask questions and we can share stories about how the meditation went. So that's also something on the table, but that's going to be more for March or April.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Yenzi, for hosting us. And before we finish up, just want to mention a couple housekeeping things here, you guys. We've got 2 really special sales going on. One is the 50% discount on the Beyond Mystic Insider Access Pass. And the other one is the 50% off of the Beyond Mystic Academy, where you can find all of Jens's meditations, the Empath course, 30-day meditation journey, my astrology workshops and courses, it's all 50% off right now until December 22nd with code HOLIDAY50. And again, if you'd like to have a personal session with Jens or myself, Jens does amazing energy healing and wake-up calls. You can check those out at consultations.beyondmystic.net. And we love you all so, so much. We're wishing you the most magical, joyous, restful winter solstice ever. And we will see you all in the Gregorian New Year. Love you guys. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.